Hi, Mrs. McBriar here, and I'm going to help you complete your Quadrilaterals worksheet. Your Quadrilaterals worksheet is actually on the back of your tracker. Across the top, you will notice the different names for the quadrilaterals shown below. Please write the name of each quadrilateral underneath, and then come back to the video. Okay, let's check your answers. If you have any wrong, please pause the video, erase, and make corrections. Square, rectangle, parallelogram, rhombus, trapezoid. Now you'll notice down here we have an example with all these different symbols drawn on this trapezoid. We are actually going to draw each of these symbols on our other quadrilaterals to define their attributes. We're going to start by looking at the length of each side. You'll notice when we're looking at the length of each side, we're going to use a line or a tick mark to show the lengths of each side. Now, some shapes, like a square and a rhombus, have all four sides the same. So to show that all four sides are the same, we're going to draw one line on each side. Remember, this is true for the square and the rhombus. So we're going to draw one line on each side. Now when we look at a rectangle, all four sides are not the same. So we're going to draw one line on each side because these opposite sides are the same length. However, these sides are not the same length as these, but they are the same length. So we're going to draw two lines on each of these sides to show that they are the same length, but not the same length as these sides. So in other words, our shape has two different lengths of sides. This is also true for a parallelogram, so we'll mark it the same way. One line and one line to show opposite sides are the same length, and two lines and two lines to show that these opposite sides are the same length. Again, this shape has two sets of opposite lines that are different lengths. Now when we look down at our trapezoid, it has sides that are three different lengths. The two slanted sides are the same length, so we'll draw one line on each of those. However, the top is a different length than the slanted sides, and the bottom is a different length than the top and the slanted sides. So we have 1, 2, 3 different lengths in this trapezoid. Next, we're going to mark our angles. If you need more time to mark the length of your sides, pause the video here and join me when you're ready for the next step. Next, we're going to look for parallel lines. Most quadrilaterals have parallel lines. Just like the length, we have a symbol to show parallel lines, and that symbol is an arrow. On this square, top line is parallel to the bottom line. I'm going to show that by drawing one arrow at the top and one arrow at the bottom. Those are not the only parallel lines in a square though. This side is also parallel to this side. However, I need to draw two arrows to show that those are a different set of parallel lines. This is the same with a rectangle. The top line is parallel to the bottom line. This side is parallel to the other side. I need to use two arrows here to show that that is a different set of parallel lines. This lets me know that a rectangle has two sets of parallel lines. I'm going to mark my parallelogram the same way. The top and bottom are parallel to each other, and the sides are parallel to each other. Why am I drawing two arrows there? That's right, to show that this is a different set of parallel lines. A parallelogram also has two sets of parallel lines. A rhombus, you guessed it, two sets of parallel lines. So let's mark the first set of parallel lines And then we'll mark the second set of parallel lines. A trapezoid, though, is unique because it only has one set of parallel lines. If I drew these lines so they continued, they would eventually cross and make a triangle, so they're not parallel. If you need more time to mark your parallel lines, please do so. Next, we're going to look at angles. Notice down here, if we have a right angle, we're going to draw a square in the vertices where the two edges meet, or two sides meet. If we have an acute or obtuse angle, we're going to draw the arc. A square has 4 right angles. So in each of these corners, I'm going to draw a square to show that the square has 4 right angles. The same is true about a rectangle. A rectangle has 4 right angles. So I'm going to draw a square in the corner of each of the angles of the rectangle. A parallelogram has no right angles. You'll notice that these two angles are obtuse. These two angles are acute. These two angles are obtuse. So we have to show that these opposite angles are the same, but that they're different because they're not the same as each other. So in my acute angles, I'm going to draw one arc to show that these opposite angles are the same. In my obtuse angles, I'm going to draw 2 arcs. You see that? 2 arcs will tell me that these angles are a different measure than these, but because they both have 2 arcs, that tells me they're the same measurement. They're the same measurement. A rhombus is the same as a parallelogram in that we have 2 acute angles and 2 obtuse angles. We're going to mark our angles in the same manner. Our acute angles will get 1 arc, and our obtuse angles will get 2 arcs. Again, our trapezoid has to be different. This time we have 2 obtuse angles at the top and 2 acute angles at the bottom. So let's mark our acute angles with 1 arc, and we'll mark our obtuse angles with 2 arcs. If you need more time to draw the arcs in your angles, or your right angles, please pause the video and do so. And that's it. You've marked all of your quadrilaterals by their attributes. Now comes the fun part. Talk to your partner, choose a quadrilateral, and tell your partner everything you can about that quadrilateral. For example, a rhombus has all 4 sides the same length, 2 sets of parallel lines, 2 obtuse angles, and 2 acute angles. Alright, thanks for watching this video with me. Bye! Oh, don't forget to upload a video or a picture to Seesaw of your finished paper.